2, but not 3. One of the really interesting things about the couple of decades I spent researching the best salespeople in the world was that most of them didn't come from the kind of sexy high-end industries you think of. They weren't in tech, they weren't in software, they weren't selling high-end luxury cars or real estate or anything like that. They were doing very mundane, day in, day out, everyday products or everyday services. But they were just superb at it. I'll give you an example. Chap I met who was selling men's suits, not high-end designer stuff, not Savile Row, just entry-level to mid-level men's suits, the kind of stuff you might pick up for a wedding, or back in the days when you were suited and booted in the office, the kind of thing you wear to the office but you probably wouldn't wear in your private life, that kind of thing. And this guy was just phenomenal because he worked on the rule of 2 but not 3. See, if you know what you're doing with men's suits, it's relatively straightforward. You want single-breasted, 2-button, side vents, no pleats, straight legs, no turn-ups, cuffs. Fairly straightforward. But if you're not used to that kind of jargon, if you've never really worn suits or you never bought them, it's a dark art. You don't really, do you 3 buttons or 2 buttons, center vent, or what does it mean? So you go in and you start looking at things and you start to take stuff into the changing room. Well, not with this person, you didn't. Firstly, they would give you advice. They'd ask you what the suit was for, give you some advice, give you some styling suggestions, take all the complicated stuff away and give you a bit of relaxation about it. That's fine. But then you go in the changing room, you've got 2 suits. Try one on, you try another one, you go, oh, can I try that other one over there? And they would say, yeah, sure. Which one do you want me to take back? Because their rule was you could have 2 in the changing room, but not 3. Because they'd worked out that too much choice stopped people from buying. A confused mind doesn't buy. So in their world, you could have 2 suits in the changing room, but not 3. And their close rate was staggering, because often people would buy the one that was on them, they'd buy the one on the rack, and then they'd buy the one they tried previously. 2, but not 3. How can you take away some choice so you close more deals?